Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at this little fellow right here. This is the Addis multi-surface floor sweeper. It does carpets and all sorts of stuff, as you can see there. Look. So look around the back. What's the difference around the back? Not a great deal. Difference around the back of the box. But yeah, so we're going to be taking a look at that today, because our old Hoover is literally getting on a bit. It's getting quite old. Very often this doesn't want to stay out, the lead doesn't want to stay out on it. The filters are getting a bit blocked off, you have to clean the filters a bit, and it's also getting a little bit on the smelly side of things as well once you start using it. And I've also had to do a repair on this thing here because the head came off. As you can see, what I've done, I've put a couple of tie wraps to hold it in place, stop it coming off. Mrs Rathbone did actually put a whole bunch of my most expensive Gorilla Tape round here the other day to use it. So yeah, got some cheap stuff as well, and she goes for the most expensive stuff, as you might guess. But yeah, so it's getting on a bit, and realistically it could fail at any time. And Mrs Rathbone doesn't like to have to rush out at the last minute to get a replacement item. She likes to, you know, find it in the sales so it's a little bit cheaper. So she thought, oh, I know, let's get one of those old carpet sweepery things, she says. And a quick look round Amazon, and we found this. It was on a bit of an offer, £13.84 I believe we paid for it. So you can see it just there, look. So I can remember my gran having one of these many years ago, and the last time I saw one was in 1985. A little of the history of these things. Melville R Bissell was born in Hartwick, New York in 1843. Grew up in Berlin, Wisconsin, where he opened a grocery store in 1862 with his father Alpheus. In 1876, he patented his design for the cleaner, the sweeper that we all know today. I must admit, I had no idea they were that old. I suppose really, because we bought an Addis, obviously because it was an offer, we should really have bought a Bissell, but there are quite a few different designs out there. So tell you what, let's get this little fellow out of the box. And as if by magic, here it is. Okay, so it has a quite sturdy steel handle here. Let's take it off and have a look at it, shall we, guys? Got this little brushy type device. Have a look at that later on. But the handle on this is actually quite sturdy, and I think, to be honest with you, it might even weigh more than the carpet sweeper itself does, if we can get it off. Right, there we go. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced that the handle itself weighs more than the sweeper it does. And if we get crash bang, well, let's get it apart. So here we are. As you can see, hopefully it's tubing. It's a very heavy gauge steel tubing, quite solid and well made. We have a male thread at this end, female thread in there, and it's in 3 sections. Screw it together, 1 section, 2 section, 3 sections, and it comes with this plastic handle. Now, don't make the mistake that I made and tried fitting it on this end, because it doesn't go on this end, because this end goes on the sweeper like that. So if you put the handle on this end, like some idiot did, you won't get it on. So it screws onto the, it's got another male thread at this end of the tubing, so you simply screw it on, like so. Let's get it back on the sweeper again. Right, and so I have heard of tales from other reviews of other ones of these fellas, not this particular model, but this the handle does actually screw off while you're using it, and I've noticed it comes loose too. So this little fellow here that's supplied with a kit is for cleaning the brush here. So once you get a load of hairs stuck in the rollie, simply pull this through and it will actually drag out all of the hairs that are trapped in there. In fact, you can see some gathering up just here, look. Can we get them out? Well, there's not enough to capture really, but there we go. So as you can see, we've got some wheels here. These little wheels go round as you're pushing it along, and they turn the brush around here, which sweeps stuff inside the main bodywork. And to get into the main body, we simply push here and it opens up, and that's where all the rubbish is kept, in here, and you just tip it out. Same just there, look. As you can see, I have had a go with this before I reviewed it, but we are under orders from Mrs. Rathbone to give this a whip round the whole house this morning, so we can see how well it works. So we better get on with that, I think. Okay, so apparently this thing is designed for both hard floors and carpets. We've got a carpet in here, so let's give it a go. Okay, so we appear to have a little bit of cardboard just here. See if we can pick that up. Oh, it's got that, look. So the one thing I've discovered about this particular design here is it won't get in close to the skirting board here. So we've got this little bit of tissue kicking about just there. You can see that. Put it back where it was again. It won't pick it up. It doesn't matter how long you do that for, it's not going to pick it up. It's still there, look. There are other designs out there that have little rotary brushes just here, and they would flick it out and then drag it inside the cleaner itself, but this one, unless it's not bad at all, look, so. Okay then, so we know it'll pick up little bits of fluff and little bits of tissue, but what about cotton buds? Wow. Yes, it has. Okay then, so we've just done the whole of the upstairs, every room and the landing, etc. Let's see how much rubbish we've managed to collect, shall we? Let's have a look. If we can open it. There we go. Blimey. Look at all that lot in there. Can you see that lot? That is quite a lot of fluff and hairs, etc. Where's the... what happened to the cotton bud, I wonder? Well, there's a whole bunch more fluff and dust up here as well. Look at that lot, look. If we can get it all out, we'll have a look what we got then, hopefully. Okay, so here we have everything that we've swept up upstairs. We've got a load of hairs in the bristles here, so we'll have to have a go at getting that out with the little brush. But yeah, there is the cotton bud we swept up, but that's quite a fair amount of rubbish for just upstairs, isn't it? Now, I don't know how well that's showing up on the camera, but we've got quite a few hairs in here. So let's get the little brush here. There's the little brush. Will you focus? Because it's on a bit of a zoom, but there we go. Let's try it. Drag it across. Holy moly, look at that lot. Mrs. Rathbone is moulting. Alright then, so what we'll do is we'll leave this lot here on top of the review bench, and we'll take the Addis downstairs and do all of downstairs, because there's an awful lot of hard floors down there. So let's take it down and have a look. Okay then, so here we are in the living room. Let's give it a go. As I say, there's lots of hard floors, as you can see, so let's give it a go. You see the handle's a little bit loose there, but the other thing I found about the handle, it's a little bit on the short side for me. It needs to be another, I don't know, 6 inches or so longer for me to use, because it's making my back ache. Bissell also do powered versions of these. That's the original company that make these, Bissell. They do powered ones of these, rechargeable. but this one seems to work so far. We'll have a look in a minute, see how much stuff is picked up off the hard floor here. Okay, so if you're interested, let's see if it'll fit under the sofa here, shall we? Yes, it will. Okay, so moving into the kitchen here, we have a mixture of hard floor and this floor covering, this linoleum style floor covering, so I wonder how well it'll work on this stuff here. Okay, so we have another fragment of tissue just here and a bit of fluff. Try those. Oh, it's just got it though. Okay then, so before we go out to the conservatory, let's take this little fellow up to the studio and see how much stuff we've gathered up in it, shall we? Okay, so this is the amount of fluff and dander and hairs and rubbish we've collected from upstairs. So let's open up and have a look what we got downstairs. Let's start by taking a look in the top here. You can see a little bit of, I don't know, you can see that very well, but there is some fluff in there. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can or not. I'll get a picture and put up here for you. But it is all wedged up against the brush. So I'll try and shove that down. Let's get the roller going. Look at it all. There it all is. Look, guys. So hopefully we want that in the lower roller, don't we, really? Down here somewhere. Let's have a look what we've got in here. Okay, so it seems to be trapped up by the roller here somewhere. There's a little bit of fluff. Where's the rest of it all gone to? There it all is. Look at that. Blimey, see if we can get that lot off, shall we? Now this lot here was trapped in the body, remember? So we'll just pull it off the rollers. Pop in just there. Give it a roll round. There we go. Some more coming off there. Oh, let's try and drag it back in again now, look. So there we go. Okay. And there's this piece here. It's all dropping all over the maroon carpet down there as well, which we've just done, remember. So here's the fluff and hairs from downstairs. Obviously hard floors don't gather as much dander as carpets do. This is all from upstairs and all from the carpets, and so this is all from downstairs. So there is one experiment I want to try with this little fellow in the conservatory, so let's get down there and have a look. Okay, so there's one thing I want to try down here. In a lot of the reviews I've seen for these things, they usually show that they're on mats, carpets as well, by the way. They chuck loads of little bits and pieces, small little bits and pieces, and whisk over with this thing, and it always picks the stuff up. But that's on mats and carpets, and we'll try this in a minute, but let's just try a few things on the floor down here. I'm going to get some seeds and some little bits of cereals as well. Okay then, so on this hard floor I've got some what's left of some cereals here, breakfast cereals, little small bits, and I've got some birdseed too, so I want to scatter this about and just see how well these things can pick it up off of a hard floor, and then we'll try exactly the same thing on a little rug. Okay, there's the breakfast cereals. We'll add a few bird seeds into that as well. And they've bounced around nicely all over the place for us. So let's give it a go. See what happens then, guys. It's actually sliding about on the seeds. The wheels are actually sliding about on the seeds. So they're not actually running around properly, just sliding about. And as you can see, we're just actually shoving seeds all over the place. So in reality, we haven't done a great deal at all. And so it's just slid about on the cereals and what have you. Hasn't done anything, and they're just scattered about all over the place. Look. So it doesn't really work on hard floors, picking up little bits like this here. But I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll sweep this lot off the floor, but not with that. and I'll put it on a rug and we'll have a look. Did we actually pick anything up? Because it's something did fall out of it. Yep, there's definitely something going on in here. Oh, there we are. We did pick a few bits up, look guys. Not a great deal though, just a few bits. Okay, so I've got a couple of small rugs here, little bits of carpet. Right, let's make a mess on those. Oops, I'll leave a gap there as well. Right, let's just see how it picks it up off of rugs then, shall we? Well, if we can keep the rug still. It has actually picked them up off of a rug, so it would pick it off of a carpet too, but certainly not hard floors. How much have we got in here, trapped in here then? There we are. All that lot there, look. Cool. Okay, so I think a lot of the problem pinging those seeds about was caused by these little rollers here. These are unpowered little rollers. They're not powered by the wheels at all, look. They don't go round with the wheels. And I think they're just flicking seeds about all over the place. There's one just here as well, look. And I think what they're just to do is fluff the carpet up to bring the nap up to get rubbish out of the carpet. But they certainly don't do seeds very well. And I say, I think the larger parts of cereals were actually sitting on here and sliding about, so yeah. Okay then guys, so that's the Addis carpet and floor sweeper thing we picked up from Amazon recently. What do I like about it? Well, it seems to do a fairly decent job, and I think, you know, if our vacuum cleaner goes wrong, we can use this until we can find a replacement. But I do like the handle being made of high quality tubular steel here. Yes, it does come undone while you're using it, but that's something we can take care of, us engineers, with some Loctite. It's come loose already, look, there we are. So we just have to put some Loctite in the threads just here, screw it back up again, and we shouldn't be plagued with the handle coming off ever again, I wouldn't have thought. Put the little brush back on. So a design that's been about since 1876, still going. I think actually Charlie Chaplin used one in Laughing Gas. He's pushing one around in the whatever it is, the barbers or whatever it is there, and yeah, it's still going. But the original one's obviously made of wood and are a lot better than this. Probably had little rubber tyres on, maybe cast iron wheels, I don't know. But the design was a lot better, a lot stronger than it is today, because we've got lots of plastic components going on in here, little plastic wheels and rollers. So how long this will last, I don't know. But if we like it, we'll probably buy a better one. As I say, we've got these little extra little rollers here. They're not powered, just for, I think, for fluffing up carpets and what have you. I think these little brushes here on the end here, these little silicone brushes here, are supposed to flick stuff, you know, probably over there or something into the path of the brush here, but you know, they don't really get into the corners at all near skirting boards. So yeah, I think you're going to need one of the little rotary brushes, on just here to flick it inside so it's picked up by the brush. That's a better idea. I might actually, yes, an idea. I'll see if I can keep an eye out for an old one of these at the car boot sale when it starts in March. That'll be interesting, won't it? Especially one of those red ones with the little rotary brushes on. Yeah, definitely going to try for one of those at the car boot sale then. Okay then guys, well I hope you enjoyed taking a look at the Addis. Can't remember the part number, but I'll put it down the bottom here. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at it. Thanks for the help with the housework, by the way. It made it a lot easier. I'm sure Mrs. Rathbone will be very pleased with you all. But yeah, so thanks for taking a look, and I'll hope you'll pop back another day, because I'm sure I'll have some other household implement to take a look at. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you've got one of these. Let me know if your grandma used one. I know my colleague at work was telling me that his grandma had a U-bank. She called it, oh, let's get the U-bank out. I believe this is his grandma right here, actually. But yeah, so let me know what you think, and I'll catch you another day. So let's see what we can do with this then some more then, shall we, guys?